Hey yarn friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm so excited to be back here with you today, and I want to say thank you for stopping by for a visit and just to hang out for a little bit while we talk about the mandala blanket. It's Tuesday, so it's Mandala Update Day. I'm working on row 23 of my mandala blanket, and I want to say this blanket is just as enjoyable to work on as the other two mandala blankets that I have completed. I really just enjoyed working on this. It's just relaxing. I love that each row is different stitches and changing colors. That's just the exciting part of it to me. On this particular row, it's row 23, 22, hold on a second, 22, and did I get all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 22 and 23 are the same color. You don't change colors, although I did fasten off, but then I just started back with the purple. I had fastened off before I realized that these two were the same colors. So I just, joined back on with my purple. This particular row is half double crochet, double crochet, and a treble crochet, and a double crochet, and a half double crochet, and then chain one. So you can see it, it looks neat, it looks interesting, but it's not hard. It's not hard at all. It just, focus on what you're supposed to do for that row. I'm gonna go ahead and just work until I get to the end, because I'm almost to the end of this row. I've been loving these purples. I had wanted to do, ever since I finished my yellow blanket, I wanted to do a purple, and I'm so glad I did decide to jump in and do a purple one up, because I think this one is turning out very beautiful. So I didn't label my yarns in, the A, B, C, D, G fashion that the pattern suggests. I'm just doing whichever color I think comes next. But I think the change of the color would change the blanket, the look of the blanket. So, even though two people could be using the same exact colors, the blanket would still look totally different, just according to where they place the colors. Obviously, I can't talk and crochet at the same time. I knew what I was supposed to do, but I did something different. But that's okay. You can easily rip out a stitch. But it has been an enjoyable blanket to work on. It's just relaxing. And it's fun to see, what color I'm going to choose next. But when you pick out the colors A, B, C, all the way through, was it G? Yeah, it's seven colors. When you pick out those, it is exciting to see what color is going to pop up next, because you don't know, because the colors don't go in order as A, B, C, D. They might go A, G, D, B. So just because you line up the colors up in a certain order, that's not the way they're going to come out in the blanket. So that's kind of exciting and fun just to see what color is going to pop up next. But it's also, it's also exciting to see, oh, what stitch are we going to do this row, and what's this row going to look like? And then another thing that I, look at is how much of the color is actually going to show on this row. I think my next color is going to be white, which is because after this dark color, it needs something to, a pop of brighter, lighter color there. So my next color is going to be white. And I've got that already lined up here, waiting for its turn. Thing is, just remember making that middle stitch on this row a treble and not a double. This is my last cluster for this row. Right. So this is what we have so far. When I last showed the blanket, I was on row 15. So it did 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 is all in the same color right here. 21, 22, and 23. I think it's beautiful. I love it. We are having a little bit of a cooler weather come through, and so it has really got me in the mood to work on blankets. And so thankfully I had a mandala blanket going on, and so I've enjoyed working on it while we have a little bit of a cooler weather. I mean, we'll warm back up, but it's nice to enjoy the cool weather while it lasts. So we're talking about the mandala blanket, and I update my blanket up on Tuesday. I give updates of how far I've come and what's going on with it. Now, if you don't know, I've mentioned this in all the past videos about the mandala blanket. There's a whole spiel about I'm following a tutorial at the Crochet Crowd by Mikey. It's an yarn inspirations pattern written by someone named Lisa. Mikey's just doing a tutorial on it, and I'm following along with him with the charts, the pattern, and his tutorials. Okay, and I am using a K hook, which is a 6.5 hook, and the videos are broke down to video 1, well, actually the tutorial. There's about 6 videos in his playlist. One, the starts talking about just mandalas. I don't even know if I watched that one. And then there's one about the prepping to make your yarns and hooks and stuff like that. And then there's video with the rows 1 through 10. Then there's a video rows 11 through 25. And video 3 is 26 through 40. And video 4 is 41 through 50. So there are 50 rows in this whole blanket. And I don't know how much yarn it calls for to make the blanket. You'd have to refer to the pattern for that. And you can find the pattern from Mikey's playlist. I'm going to leave links below to Mikey's playlist and
the pattern and all that kind of stuff. But if I leave anything out, Mikey covers it, so you can look in his links and see if there's anything else you need to know if you're interested in following along and doing the blanket. But anyway, so that's the gist of the blanket. Okay. This is my third mandala blanket to make. The first one I made in yellow, white, grays, and I might have used a little bit of black, but it was a lot of different shades of yellow and such. And then the second one, I used the whole rainbow. I used all the different colors, primary type colors for that blanket. And then this blanket, I am using shades of purple. And I'm loving the way it's turning out. I'm very excited about a couple of things this go around. We've had a lot of YouTubers to join in that is also making the blanket, and I'm so very excited about that. And I want to leave a link to all their channels in the description box below so you can go check out their videos and see what their blankets look like, because I can promise you everyone's blanket looks different. Even if 2 or 3 people were using the same exact colors, their blankets would still be different. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you who all I know of who has joined in and is working on a mandala blanket. And if I miss anyone, I'm so very sorry. But please tell me in the comments, hey, I'm making the blanket and I have a YouTube channel, because I may not know. Okay. So there's me myself. There's Nova at Nova Gnome Creations. She is making the blanket, and this is her second blanket. And then there is Heather at Strings and Threads. And I do want to apologize for last Tuesday's video. I kept saying strings and things. That is not her YouTube channel. I don't know what I was thinking. I know the name of her channel is Strings and Threads. I don't know why I said that. So I'm very sorry for that, Heather. I apologize. And I will link it below and with the correct name, but I do want to say that her channel is Strings and Things. Strings and Threads. Oh. Sometimes I say the wrong thing. I say the wrong store when I'm I could be holding up I love this yarn and say I got this at Michael's. But you guys are intelligent enough to know that I didn't get that at Michael's, that I got it at Hobby Lobby. So, I say things. I might say the wrong month. Like if I say something's going to happen in in August, and we're obviously in September, you guys are smart enough. Y'all are intelligent enough to know that I meant September, right? I think you are. I give you the credit of being intelligent enough to know that sometimes I might say something about somebody's video on Facebook when I clearly meant YouTube, because I'm not even on Facebook. I'm not even on Facebook. So I might say things like that, but I don't know. I have a lot going on, okay? But I know that you're intelligent to know that I didn't mean Facebook, that I meant YouTube. I didn't mean August, I meant September. Okay? So, anyway, just explaining that I say the wrong thing sometimes. So, Heather at Strings and Threads. Okay, and then we have Connie at Connie's Crafty Corner. She jumped in and she's going to be making a blanket, and I'm excited about that. And then we have Jess at J Hook Magic. Check out her video and see what her blanket is looking like. And then we have Terry at Terry Mare's Crochet. And I'm so glad you joined in also. And then we have Gina at Gina Stitches. She is working on a mandala blanket. And the last one I have, which is the 8th person making a blanket, is Tiffany at CMM Designs. So I'm going to leave a link to all these great YouTubers, and you can go to their channel and check out their videos and see what their blankets look like. I'm just so excited that so many people had wanted to jump in and make this blanket with us. And, it would be, a lot more fun if we were all sitting around in one room together. But since we all live in different states and there's many miles between us, this is the best that we could do right now. So I'm glad that we have YouTube and that we can just click on those channels and easily see their blanket and how it's turning out and hear what they have to say and their opinion about the blanket. Somebody else might not enjoy it as much as I do. Who knows? We'll find out, right? Okay, and then we have lots of people who are, not YouTube creators, but are yarn friends who are also making mandala blankets. And so some have sent in pictures to me, and some might send in pictures to others, So there's a lot of people. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 7 people to send me in pictures. Yeah, and 5 different people might send in pictures to Nova. 6 different people might send in pictures to Heather or Connie or Terry or Gina or Tiffany. I don't know, just whoever their subscribers are who want to send in pictures to them will send in, photos for them to feature in their video. But so I want to tell you a little bit about the ones I have. I have a picture submitted by Susan. That girl has a purple blanket I think she has some green added in hers, but as soon as I did my video last Tuesday, which I think was the 6th, she immediately sent me a picture of the blanket she had been working on, which is mostly purples. And she was like, it looks a lot like your blanket. And it does. I think she might have some green added in there or something, but it's very beautiful. And then she also has another blanket that she has started because she's got that itchy hook where she couldn't wait to start on another one, I guess. And it's a little bit fall colors. So you will see that. I'm going to put in some pictures in just a moment. And then Karen sent in a photo of her blanket, and I love the pops of color in that blanket. It's beautiful. And Barbara, this is Sailboat Barbara, she sent in a picture of her blanket, and what a beauty that blanket is. It is gorgeous. And she says she's also going to end up making a pillow to match the blanket, and that will just be lovely. So lovely. And then Lisa A sent in a beautiful and bold picture of her blanket. She picked out some beautiful colors, and they are just bold and just so beautiful. It's going to be a sight to see for sure. And then Debbie sent in a photo of her blanket where she is using just very rich colors, and they go together so well. It was beautiful. And then Elizabeth sent in a photo of hers, and she has named her blanket It's Not Easy Being Green. And I love that because I'll probably eventually make a shades of green blanket because my oldest son, Dakota, loves green. And so I'll probably eventually make him one with green. And then my youngest son likes red, so I'll probably eventually make him one with red. And then Brenda B sent in a lovely photo of hers that I just love also. And I do have a question about yours, Brenda. On yours, I see like there's a row close to the beginning and then a row like close to the outside. It looks like it's white, black blocks. And I just wondered what yarn you used for that. Was it a striping yarn, a variegated yarn, or what yarn made that white and black blocks? Or did you use white and black and just change colors? I don't know. So I would like to know the answer to that because I did like the look of it. I thought it was cool looking. But anyway, I'm going to share some photos right here so you can see all these lovely blankets. They're all different colors, but they're beautiful, gorgeous blankets. It just amazes me. Does just amaze me at how gorgeous these blankets turn out. Like, it doesn't matter what colors you use. You don't have to go buy special colors or yarn for this blanket. Just go to your stash and pick out some colors and get busy. It really is amazing. You can use scrap yarn for this. It makes a stunning blanket no matter what. Really, it does. So I had taken some clips of me crocheting and stuff, and so I have one that I will insert right here. So you have seen some bits and pieces of my blanket, but let me just show you guys all about my blanket here. This is what I have going on so far. It is just so lovely. I love the way this purple works up. Now, in my camera, I don't know about on your screen, but in my camera that looks blue, but it is purple. It's a purple metallic. It looks purple in person. I turn it to the camera and it's blue. You know how cameras can do things like that. So I don't know what it shows up on your screen, but in my screen it looks blue, but it is purple. So I'm using different shades of purple, white, and some gray. And that's what I've got going on so far. I love it. I think it's turned out lovely. I'm very happy with that. Somebody did, I believe it was Ray, said that this is the blanket I should enter in the fair. I totally agree. Totally. But I don't know if it's going to be finished. I have other projects going on. I could just sit and work on nothing but this and bust this out so I could enter it in the fair. But I have other projects that I want to complete too to enter into the fair, so it may not make it. And that's okay. I do have that other blanket. So let me tell you guys what I did this week as I was working on this blanket. I tell you, I have so much going on in my head that I don't know how I even function. I don't even know how I'm even like get anything accomplished and make a video because I have so much going on. There's so much confusion going on up here. When I sat down and was working on my blanket one day, I sat down and I did a row and I was like, oh, that looks so good. I like that, I did another row, and then when I got around, I was like, I could see where I had tied off on a different row, a few rows down, and I was like, why is that on the front side of my blanket? And I looked and I was like, I had the blanket backwards facing me and crocheted 2 whole rows on it. So I was crocheting on this side, which is the wrong side. This is the right side. This little white surface stitch is on the front of the blanket. And I don't know, I just crocheted 2 rows on the back side of the blanket. So I ripped those out, turned it over, and redid them. Laughing at myself the whole time because I just do crazy things like that sometimes. But anyway, I feel like sometimes I need another color, but I don't want to add black into it because I don't want to like give it any kind of dark color to it. I mean, this gray is as dark as I want to go, but at times I feel like I need to add another color. But I guess I need to go back and do some sparkle again. This sparkle, and then this row right here is also sparkle. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is. But I have so much enjoyed working on this blanket. It has just been a pleasure to work on.
This is row 25 that I'm finishing up. And on row 25, we changed hooks and went down to a smaller hook. I was using a 6.5 millimeter hook, and the pattern calls for a 5.5 millimeter hook on this row. And so this row is all treble stitches all the way around. In a 5.5, which is a eye hook. So I'm almost finished with this row. Just wanted to point out that this row was done in a smaller hook, and then this is the only row you use a smaller hook or any different size hook. You go back to the 6.5 millimeter hook, which is a K hook, and continue with the blanket. This particular row is just spike stitches, not spike stitches, this is a spike stitch, treble, yes, treble crochets all the way around, and all the little single crochets that we had done before. So I find it relaxing. I like the repetitiveness of it. Double crochets are my favorite, but I think this might be like my second favorite. I do not like half double crochets. I just don't like those. I don't enjoy doing half double crochets. And then to me, with half double crochets, when you go to do the rows again, if you don't get just right, you know, get it in the right spots, pay attention to what you're doing, then you leave a little ridge. So I just like double crochets. And these trebles are relaxing too. They seem to be just real repetitive and enjoyable. And I'm coming up on my last set. So in between the two sets here, we're doing a spike stitch, when I had done the blanket the first time, after this row, when it saw how it cupped up, I thought, oh, I messed up. I shouldn't have went down a hook. I should have kept the same. But the blanket turned out great anyway. And the second time, the same thing. It cupped up. But in the end, the blanket eventually, you know, lays back down. And it does turn out fine in the end. Okay, now I just got my spike stitch to do. And then I'm going to join at the top of that chain 4 that I had done to start the row. Alright, there we go. That is completed row 25. So that is the first 2 videos of the tutorial. Now the next time I work on this blanket, I will start with video 3. But here's what my blanket looks like. You can see how it cups up just a little. I mean, not real bad, but a little bit. I think my first one might even cupped up worse than that. But it does play out in the end. It works out fine.
Here is my blanket folded in half, so you can see how much I've gotten done so far. I think that's turning out really nice. But I will tell you, if you have a YouTube channel and you're also jumping in and making the blanket, please let me know so I can just link your channel below so other people can check out your blanket. If you're a yarn friend and you're also making the blanket, feel free to send in videos. You do want to send them in before Tuesdays, because I will you know, make my video and have it ready for Tuesday mornings. And also, if you do send in an email, please put the subject line as mandala, so I will find your photo. But I do appreciate everyone jumping in. I feel like that's exciting, just to see other people's videos and how theirs are turning out, what colors they're using and how they look. It just amazes me that I haven't seen an ugly blanket yet. Okay, I'm serious. I haven't seen an ugly one yet. I don't think anyone could make an ugly mandala. If you want to take on that challenge and try to make an ugly mandala, go for it. But I just really have not seen one. They have all been just beautiful and gorgeous, no matter what color someone uses. So, I know a lot of people are making some that's fall, um, and different, different colorways, or some people are just using scraps. Some people have a little theme going on. Some people may not. It really doesn't matter. So, anyway, I do want to tell you it's not too late to join in if you would like to. This is not a race. We are all just working at our own pace. This is what I was able to get done this week. Next week, my 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 rounds will probably slow down. I have finished up to round 25. So my next, when I start on this again, I will be on video 3, which is rows 26 through 40. Now, I'm not going to get all the way to 40. I can tell you that right now. I have a lot of other stuff going on, and I'm trying to get stuff done to enter into the fair. So, yeah, it's not a race. I'm not racing anyone, and I hope nobody's racing me, because you're going to win if you are. You won. Everybody's just working on it at their own pace. It's very relaxing. There's no rules or anything like that to join in. The only rule is to have fun and enjoy. That is a rule. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. And please check out the links in the description box so you can check out other channels and get to know some other yarny YouTubers. Some of these I did not know of, and I would not have known of them if they hadn't have tagged me. And I went over and checked out their videos and loved what they had to show. So I know you will too. But I'm going to get going and let you all get going. I hope you have a great Tuesday, and it's a beautiful day to crochet. I hope you all enjoy your day. Bye, friends.